Tyler's rational linear model. Ralph Tyler, in 1949, a process of curricular development that follows sequential pattern, starting from selecting objectives to selecting learning experiences, organizing learning experiences, and evaluation. Tyler's model is one of the best known models for curriculum development, known for the special attention it gives to the planning process. Because this model is so beneficial, many curriculum developers have followed his model. TABA Grassroots Rational Model. The TABA model was developed by Hilda Taba in 1902 to 1967, an architect, a curriculum theorist, a curriculum reformer, and a teacher educator. Taba believed that there has to be a definite order in creating a curriculum. This model is used to enhance the thinking of a student. Tilda Taba believes that there must be a process for evaluating students' achievements of content after the content standards had been established and implemented. The main concept of this approach to curriculum development is that teachers must be involved in the development of the curriculum. Standard-based curriculum development model. This curriculum developed by Alan Gladern, where the model was intended for curriculum standards for any discipline from basic education to higher education. Standard-based education involves using predetermined standards to plan the scope and sequence of instructions, as well as what activities and materials will be used to achieve the goals of its standards. Understanding by design model, also called backward design, for putting emphasis on starting with goals and objectives. In this designing curriculum, UBD is a tool for educational planning focused on teaching for understanding. It emphasizes on backward design or the method of identifying the outcomes first to design the curriculum, performance assessment, and classroom instruction. Systematic design model. Walter Dick and Lou Carey, who developed a systematic design model and systematic model of instruction design, first introduced in 1976. The model assumes that the learner is active in the learning process, integrates the learning needs, skills, and learning context into the design. It is a well-researched model that relies heavily on the theoretical principles of learning, which no doubt is, is why it is respected and widely implemented model in higher education. Murray Prent's model for curriculum development published his model in his book Curriculum Development and Design in 1988. His model prescribed a useful and easy to understand process in developing curriculum. Second phase of Brent's model. This model is tasked for developing the curriculum. Audrey and Howard Nichols model for curriculum development. This model emphasizes the cyclical nature of curriculum development where it is a continuous process. The model prescribes five logical and interdependent stages that are continuous curriculum development process, and the model starts with a continual analysis in which circular design are followed by selection of objectives and other succeeding phases. The model is highly prescribed and dynamic. The inclusion of situational analysis as part of the model is a valuable principle in curriculum development. It enables the curriculum workers to understand better the context in which the curriculum is developed. Wheeler's curriculum development model. The model is the improvement of Tyler's model. Instead of being linear, the model develops a cyclical model. Curriculum should be a continuous cycle which is responsive to changes in the curriculum sector and makes appropriate adjustment to account for these changes. Although this model is also rational in nature of each phase is a logical development of the preceding one. One cannot proceed to the next phase unless the preceding phase is done. Wheeler also emphasized the importance of stating from development of aims, goals, and objectives. The textual filters model for course planning. The model is developed by Starklotter, Bentley, Ryan, Martens, Githorn, Ruin, and shown in 1990 as part of their study conducted at University of Michigan National Center for Research to Improve Post-Secondary Teaching and Learning. This the design is based on research on how faculty members in several higher education institutions in the U.S. plan their curriculum. Several curriculum influences, such as faculty background and educational belief, are recognized in the model. The influence and the special role of faculty members in curriculum planning and development are recognized as a main factor in the curriculum development in higher education. This model is very teacher-centered. Given the influence of academic freedom, faculty members may plan the curriculum based on their own convenience. This model can be improved by putting students as part of the content influences. In many curriculum models, students are viewed as a significant source of curriculum. Considering the fact that the most college faculty members do not have pedagogical training, these models fail to elaborate on how contents and process are arranged. Walker's model of curriculum development. Dick Walker developed this model and published in 1971. Walker contended that curriculum developers do not follow the prescriptive approach of the rational linear sequence of curriculum elements when they develop curricula. In this model, he was particularly interested on how curriculum workers actually do their tasks in curriculum development. In the platform phase, he suggested that curriculum workers bring with them their individual belief, knowledge, and values. They have their own ideas about how to do their tasks and they are prepared to discuss and argue about them. The fifth phase is similar to the idea of Brent in 1993 of curriculum presage. Skill-based curriculum development model. In 1976, Malcolm Skilbeck developed a model based on curriculum in Australia. His model presents a dynamic view of curriculum development. He using this model, curriculum workers may start from any phase. However, each phase is interrelated and follow a systematic sequence. Skill-based model includes a situational analysis that involves gathering data from the school, society, and the learners. Eisner artistic approach curriculum development. Elliot Eisner was a famous curriculum scholar in 1979. he published the book Educational Imagination, where he presented his idea on how curriculum development should be done. He believed that there is a need to develop a new theory that recognizes the artistry of teaching, which is useful in healing the teachers develop those arts. In selecting of goals and objective of the curriculum, he stressed an artful process of arriving at the consensus about the curricular properties by involving in participants like the model of Walker. In selecting content, consider that individual, society, and subject matter as identified by Tyler too. In selecting learning opportunities, he strongly favored providing students with a wide variety of learning opportunities which should be integrated in different ways. Pawilion's model for developing curriculum. This model was developed to help curriculum workers in developing the curriculum that is relevant and appropriate to the Philippine context. Curriculum sources are general factors that influence or affect curriculum development and decision making in the macro level. Posner suggested two levels of curriculum development: macro and micro level which includes the general or overall process of curriculum development; the micro level which focuses on specific phase or on specific contexts like school-based curriculum development. There are three curriculum sources in the model: learners, society, and discipline. These curriculum sources are based on Tyler in 1949. External influences are social factors that directly influences curriculum decision making. These are society, market demand, government, disciplinary associations, and alumni. Internal influences are those related to the school like faculty members, student, and mission. Organizational influences are schools factors that are more concerned with the governance of the program and support system like resources, leadership, governance, and program relationship.